Listener's discretion is advised. Would you believe it? Would you believe it now? It's just the second week. And if you have listened to my last two episodes of the podcast, you would know there's a lot of meanwhiles all over the place. Especially when a Reverend would try to sue the NFL for, quote, pandering pornography. Yeah, that's right, you heard it. Pandering pornography. If that would have been it, then no one would be with him, and then everyone would decide, well, you know what? Instead of suing them, we should have praised them. Yeah. All the older people should have praised it, you know? But I guess they'd rather see something else like Maroon 5, don't you think? If that would have been bad, then they would have been attacked by the left shark. Yes. What would have happened? And speaking of which, Stephen Colbert got to interview Dave Dolvenmire after one of his segments called Meanwhile. So here is the interview back in February 12th, back on The Late Show.
But I'm a little confused as to how Dolbenmeyer thinks he's going to win this lawsuit, so I've invited him here to explain. Please welcome Reverend Dave Dolbenmeyer.
Hello, Stephen. Hi there. Hello, Stephen. Thanks for having me on your filthy late-night sin and jazz music review.
My pleasure, sir. My first question is, can you really sue the Super Bowl for having sexy dancers?
Oh, it wasn't just the dancers. Everything in that halftime show shuddered with pure eroticism. The lights, the shape of the football, the Pepsi logo. I mean, look at it. It's a dolphin going to town on itself under a red umbrella. Totally obvious.
I don't see it, but sir, why didn't you just change the channel?
Well, that wouldn't work, Stephen. This filth is everywhere. You got those golden girls shaking their bathrobed butts this way and that. Then the commercials start, and you got that depraved Kool-Aid man with his full round curves, that rock-hard handle, red frothy juice sloshing up and down the sides of the jug. No wall can keep him in.
Okay, well, that's all we have time for. I hope your halftime lawsuit goes well.
I'm also suing Jugs Magazine. I bought a copy, and it only had human women. Where are the humanoid juice men?
You've disturbed my audience, sir.
I know.
You seem very serious about this.
I'm coming for you, juice man.
Dave Dolbenmeyer, everybody. We'll be right
too,
back
Steven.
with Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
That's even worse than disturbing the peace at the peace conference back in space. Or, should I say, worse than the left shark raping another shark. Don't you think? Okay. Hey. Okay. Good. Speaking of which, I would have kinda go into a little bit of a swirl. Now, especially when this whole thing that can perceive as race war. Yeah. Race war has started again, but this time it's in a whole new level. Now, remember Amy Cooper? I mentioned her during my Random Stuff podcast. She is called a Karen. She called on a black man named Christian Cooper for something that it's a false accusation, because Christian Cooper just asked Amy Cooper just put the dog on leash. That is a rule. And then she felt threatened. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna call this guy. I'm gonna call on the cops. Like, she's threatening me. Just to let you know, she was fired. But now, she's on the verge of facing charges. Well, guess what? There's a new thing called the Karen Act. No thanks to all the people that call white women called Karen. Which is that when you call on someone, then, and for false accusations at least, then you will be facing charges. So, what do you guys think? How about the guys in the back? And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the an ad that you'd probably be, have interest in. Maybe you should listen to it.
You know who you are. Listen, I know with all the turmoil going on in this country, it isn't easy to be white right now. You have positive intentions. You love your fellow man, and you want your black brothers and sisters to know you're one of the good ones. But how do you do that? Besides tweeting how much you love Hamilton, how do you tell the world, I am so woke, I feel like I just mainlined a super big gulp-sized coffee? Black coffee. It's easy to say you aren't racist, but how do you show it? What you need is a BFF, a black fictional friend. This is a new business venture of mine that connects white people with the African-American acquaintance they so desperately need. For just $50 a month, your black fictional friend will take a photo with you every month to post on Instagram. And for an extra $89.95, he'll like it. And in the comments section, write, my man. Our premium level package gets you and your black friend prime seats at a future Lakers game and includes 3 on-camera high fives, assuming we are allowed to high five ever again. And with our family visit plan, your BFF will have dinner with your Fox News watching parents. And for an extra 5 stacks, scare the hell out of your grandmama and tell her you're engaged. The possibilities are endless when you have a black fictional friend.
Not available in Maine, Idaho, or Vermont, or to anyone named Karen. Void where prohibited.
That ad is something else. And the prices, they're ridiculous. That is worse than buying like a digital magazine like Playboy or Hustler or Maxim or Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Or maybe even worse. Even worse than buying a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. Yes. Or it's worse than causing a fake orgasm like the one from When Harry Met Sally. Oh yeah, that's worse. Anyways, well, I guess that's all the time we have back in this apartment at Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. Just thanks for joining in this Monday post DEI the random stuff edition of this podcast. So I'd say good night.